Alright, so welcome back to Wasteland 2. This is actually going to be kind of a walkthrough into Hollywood and things like that. Let's go ahead and pull up the map just so you guys can see where I am. So I'm finally up north, Hollywood. I'm actually in the Bastion right now, and there's a church that is crazy. I really don't know how to put it. So I've kind of discovered a lot of areas in this, and I hope this doesn't have any spoilers. I'm honestly not trying to, but I guess word to the wise, if you're looking for the story, I might have a few spoilers in there. So just a forewarning. So my main mission is to go all the way south at the bottom there to Seal Beach. And what I had to do to get there, I had to get cat litter to pack my radiation suit with. And then I had to get this like Z-Lot or some kind of gravel that made it so that I can pass through this area. Because if you look around the border there, it's so heavily radiated. It's just a mess. Some of the quests that I have right now, this is the main quest, is to investigate the attack on Team Foxtrot. And what that means is when you exit the first area that you're in, you crash land, and this is the main mission. And I'm still, you basically will spend your whole time in the Hollywood area trying to do that. Some of these I'm probably not going to do. There's a trophy for this one. The Tory Robinson and Mr. Robinson, or Mr. What is his name? Manners. A lot of these I'm going to end up going to Hollywood later and finishing some of these up, so like Flow and things like that. So this was a church, and what I did was I found some really nasty evidence. By the way, when you go to the Bastion here, there's a shrine that gives you +1 to all your skills. But when you go in here, you find some really neat evidence. So when you go over here, you can pickpocket from this side, and there's this glass eye, and I guess that some lady is married to this guy, and he's a real jerk, and he's supposed to be a preacher, but he's like a real ass. And because of that, as you can see right now, the people that normally trade with me, they're like these really extremists, if you will. They end up attacking you. This is going to be really, really cool for the fact that one of these guys is a trader, and we're going to get all of his items. I'm pretty excited. So I was able to get one of the most powerful skills in the game, and once this is done, I'm going to pull that up. It's awesome if you can ever get it. Basically what it does is it gives you so much power. So I need to switch my... It gives you so much critical power that you have basically a 100% chance if you hit to get a critical. So I was never able to open up the chests that are below there, and that was because if I were to do it, these traders were going to attack me in the beginning. Now it doesn't really matter, obviously, because they're all PO'd. Anyway, so... Oh, I should have reloaded there. That was my fault. I'm sitting here yapping. So basically, when you walk into this area, this is a church, and each side has a different sect, I guess I would call it. So Retribution Jones, now you might have seen his name in the trophy list. He's over here on my left. Now that the camera's right, it'll be on the left. If you join him, he wants you to kind of take over Hollywood, and you'll actually get a trophy for that. So now you're probably wondering, so I'll give you a little more of a backstory on this. When I came in here, I gave some really nasty evidence to the torturer. I'm sorry, I went the wrong way. The torturer is over here, and he says, hey, you know what? I think there's a guy that's doing some really nasty stuff. So I gave him the evidence, and this priest, he was in charge of like the some kind of like Templar Knights or something, basically. And he goes just insane because he wants, obviously, his pictures back is what it was, I think. Some kind of like real damning pictures. So as you can see, we're going to get every single item. I mean, this is just awesome. This is like a payload. I don't know what else you would call it, like payday. So we're going to steal pretty much everything out of here. This was on the trader's body, pre-sprayer. And as you see, I did not start the fight. So I'll probably just go ahead and take all these. And we'll go ahead and pocket these. Now I got a really, really, really good lock-picking skill. I think it's at max right now. So, oh, you know what? I need to drop a few items. So 50 cal ammo, you get that. So one of the most powerful weapons in the game. Oh, I need to show you the two things on this guy. So one is this bad boy, the anti-material rifle. It's a 50 cal. Yeah, it's pretty much the most powerful weapon in the game, and I got a couple mods on it. So the skill, there is a, if you go over in the very beginning, if you go under general, there's actually two skills that are listed under question mark. Well, the question mark ends up being combat shooting, and you find this book in this area, and I'm going to show you in just a minute how to find that. But combat shooting, as you can see, grants the skill owner a 99%, almost basically a 100% chance to get a critical every time I shoot. Let me drop a few things, and then I will. Let's see. I'll show you how to get that bad boy, because it is pretty awesome. I gotta move some stuff around. You get this key card in Hollywood, and you'll end up going and fighting some people that are making salt. I don't know. You kind of feel that it's like a cocaine reference, I guess. I don't really know. They don't allude to too much on it. This gold I actually found. Where did I find that? It was in. I'll have to think. It was in an airplane of the Sierra Madre. I'll have to remember where it is though. So the cool thing is I'm going to actually drop this stuff, but I can always pick it back up in just a second. So now she has a ton of room. Yes, now everybody can move. All right, let's open up these up. Apologize for that. A little bit of a slow section there. And we're going to go ahead and leave it. If you hit circle, at least on PS3, what you'll end up doing is leaving it on the floor basically for everybody else. I don't want to become so over encumbered, basically. So what you need to find that book, I was talking about the combat skills book. You're going to go in here and you need a perception of 10. You need a perfect 10. And I'm in this room with the compass. I just walked straight. And the book is over here. I got that girl, Pisby Yoren. She's a mutant that I found. Let me go ahead and pull up her. You find her in one of the, I'm trying to, it's like, I haven't been to that first part of the area, but you find her in an area, and she's a follower that you can get, and she starts out, she already has like a perception of 6, so it was actually really easy. And all you do is you put a trinket on her, so all you have to do is really put 3 points into perception, and she's at max level. So you do that, and you come over here, and then I would recommend giving it to your sniper or somebody. Don't give it to an energy weapon specialist, because they don't have criticals. And you're pretty much going to be the most overpowered, overpowered person. in the game. I'm really excited to do New Game Plus on this with this guy. I gave it to Cold Eye, which is the guy, basically my sniper. This is also a secret area right here. If you go to this bookshelf, you'll open up this sliding door, and it leads to Hollywood. But I gave it to my sniper, so basically every time he hits, he gets a critical. So he's already doing the most damage out of the group anyway, and now he is just a certified awesome guy. I don't know what else to say. I hope I'll try to get some more. I'm sure there's going to be a combat scene up here. I definitely want to show off the criticals from my snipers. So this will lead you into the sewers. And now in the sewers, there's a couple of different places you can go. There's another area on the map here in Hollywood that will lead you into the sewers. That's actually where they cook the salt, or the drugs that basically nobody likes. I don't know how else to say it. There's a lot of people that are complaining about it. So field promotion. Let's see. Where was I gonna go? Where's my logbook telling me to go? I'm supposed to give somebody. All right, I'm gonna go sell this stuff real quick, and then I'm gonna show you another. There's 2 missions that you can do on one guy, basically. Dang, I have 18,000. That is a lot to do. Baby Ruth. Found one of those. That was kind of cool. There's a lot of neat little let me see if I can find some other kind of funny items in here. Let's see. You literally find poop. This is human poop. You can find like cow stuff. I don't know. There's like a whole bunch of different. Let's see here. I had some Air Jordans. That was kind of cool. There they are, right here. Air Jordans. Excuse me. Oh, we need to go the opposite way. So you're basically meeting the sheriff of the town. You end up helping a lady over here get her restaurant back. I think it's this gal. Oh, well. I must have already completed that mission. But what you do there is you basically get her restaurant back. Apparently she's not going to open it, though. Here's the sheriff right here, though. As you can see, my little guy's there in the center. So there's basically some people in the other place, the Bastion. They were not able to make it through this little trial area, and you're trying to find a home for them, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of the Hollywood area. So let me turn around here. I think I'm going to go to Seal Beach is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to show you that area as well. I have actually not been in Seal Beach. So to get to Seal Beach, there's level 6 radiation, and if you try to go there in the beginning without getting that radiation suit with the cat litter and the Z light or whatever you want to call it, you actually will die. It takes about literally 1 second and you die. I already had a radiation suit that had like I think +4 protection, but since I guess this is +6 or something, it's not like in the original area that you first start out in. You can like walk through all the radiation and it doesn't seem to bother you. This literally like kills you in like 2 seconds. And they even kind of warn you when you first get to the Hollywood area. They're like, hey, there's some really bad radiation. People don't go unless you're like already in that area. You don't travel through that radiation cloud. So I was able to avoid combat. Just to let you guys know, the outdoorsman skill is if you start maxing that out, you don't have to fight every single battle. You can actually start picking your battles, if you will. So, all right, here we go. And Seal Beach. I am going to really quick kind of look down here. Sometimes there's like shrines, hidden caches. So those are like some kind. I haven't met that guy, but he's like some kind of weird guy that controls robots. That Duncan or whatever his name is. Because you'll find his like worker bots, and he gets really mad that. So like they come up on you and they attack you, but he gets mad when you kill his robots, and you're like, they're attacking me. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about them. I guess we can make a deal.
I hate cheerful people.
So there's also another guy. He is called Mathias, and you kind of hear a little bit about him when you're in the first area of this game. And he's like a crazy religious nut. I don't know how else to describe him. He ends up basically offering you, hey, if you want to join me, we're like the same people. I told him to like basically piss off, and he got really mad. I don't know what kind of music it is. I wanted to do that, just get rid of that crazy music. Alrighty then. So here's another, looks like another vendor up here. Pilgrims only. There's also some, I guess I'll just keep going this way. Looks like there's some people over here. I guess I'll do orientation real quick. Oh. So another thing about Mathias, he has a lot of synthetics. So this game was originally, this is basically the original Fallout game. For some reason, I think when Bethesda bought out the original game Wasteland, they bought everything but the name Wasteland, so they had to rename the series to Fallout. So that's why you see a lot of borrowed things. You see raiders, you see synthetics, you see a lot of the things in Fallout. They just, I honestly don't know how they got away. I mean, I guess besides this game being a tactical kind of game, like an XCOM basically game, and Fallout being more of like a first-person shooter, RPG, I don't know. Oh, crap. What did I just walk into? Alright, I'm going to try out my new sniper on these guys. Oh, they're not even doing any damage. That's awesome. So apparently Mathias is in that building. That was what it seems like. So real quick, too, if you see the TVs kind of flickering in that right above the door there, Mathias seems to talk to people through the TV. Kind of cool. I wonder if they're going to make a Wasteland 3. I haven't heard any news on it, but I think this game actually did fairly well. I mean, they made it on PC, and it sold well enough to where they actually made... I mean, they ported it to consoles. Here you can see a much better view of that TV. Yeah. I think it was actually a very successful Kickstarter game. I thought about adding some money and getting, like, the... what do you want to call it? The early access and things like that, but I just never got around to doing it. Oh, that sucks. If I... Oh, man. With that shotgun I have, I could have literally probably killed everybody that was right in front of me. Rose is kind of a BA. Like, she's kind of getting pretty awesome lately. She starts out, so you find Rose in the agricultural center, basically, and she's all right. She basically is your surgeon early on. I already had a health guy, but she had a way better. They're killing their own people. That's awesome. That's what I like about this game, is that if you fire in the line of your own people both ways, so enemy and yourself, you will either friendly fire or they will kill their own people. It's pretty awesome. Alrighty then, I'm gonna go ahead and go for you. No, I'm not. I'm gonna let Ralphie take you out. So I picked up Ralphie. He was in the Nomad camp, and I kept him on just because he already had a high animal whisperer, so he can whisper to animals. No, he can like tame like the wild animals that you come up on, and he can also. There's also some trophies that are unique that you would have to have him for. So like tipping cows, getting the sheep to follow you, and all that kind of stuff. So I went ahead and picked him up. He's a brawler. He kind of sucks, to be honest with you, like compared to the people that you had guns with. But you end up losing Angela Death from the beginning whenever you get to this area. So that kind of sucks. You're like, God dang it, like, because Angela Death was like really awesome. And she ends up, they really don't say, but something happens to her and she basically will not be part of your crew once you get here. So holy crap. Alright, everybody go for that guy. Boom, 3 people killed. So another perk that he has something, as you just saw on the screen, stim packs. So every round he heals 70 points, I think is what it was. Or so much of the... Oh, son of a bee. I healed the wrong person. That's okay, because I get 2. I might even be able to hit. Yeah, I can still fire. So I think that guy was a synthetic. He's the only one that was doing damage because he's got some crazy axe right now. They keep killing their own people. Oh, that is so awesome. So attack of opportunity that my brawler just did is if it's a perk that you get later on, but if somebody tries to move and he's in the way, he will basically kill him. And as the game, so as you notice, I have no problem shooting in front of people that they're like right in front of me. Early on in the game, because your accuracy isn't very good, your people will shoot each other. But as their accuracy gets to about 90%, they really start doing some really awesome damage, for one. And you don't have to worry about line of sight. They end up actually being able to shoot through people. I shouldn't say through people, but not shooting at your own team. So I get another shot. Okay, here we go. So you can carry over certain attack points to the next round, or the next, whatever you want to call it. And then you'll end up getting, usually you can get a few extra points, and sometimes you can attack twice. Let me see. I might be able to get, here we go, 80. It was 67%, now I got 80. Oh damn, he is... Maybe I should have started with him. He's not that tough, actually.
This is going to end well.
So almost everybody got a promotion. That's kind of annoying when it keeps doing it. I got 2,000 experience out of that. That's awesome. New Citadel. Okay, so this is where Mathias actually is. And then there's... I'm going to go ahead and go in here. I don't see why... There's really not a reason not to go in here. I was going to try to go to that other area that I said there was another vendor earlier, but I think I'm just going to go in here. Most of the side quests that I found, I wasn't able to complete them either because I would have screwed up something else, or I accidentally, so I took over, or I kicked out there's a gang called the Jerk that took over this one town, and since I already repaired that town ahead of time, I already basically did everything, it took away a bunch of my side quests because of it. So these are more synths. These guys look a little more tougher than the guys outside, so this may actually be a little bit of a challenge here. Let's see. So I was one-shotting most of the other guys, and as you just saw, these guys are not having my one-shot kill with the sniper. Now let's see what I can do. So it's always good to be by cover. You get a +10 to your hit rating. So if you were at 80 and you get behind cover for some reason, now you're at a 90. Just like in real life. So I'm fairly excited about the new XCOM game coming out. That comes out February 5th, I believe. It's either the 4th or the 5th. Got that one coming out. Unfortunately, it's only coming out to PC as of right now. But they've already said they're going to port it to console. They're just going to get it out for PC first. Kind of sticking to tradition. I thought it was nice that I actually played the Enemy Within and all that stuff when it was free on PlayStation. Probably should have went with the other guy. I thought I was gonna be able to. I thought it was gonna be too much damage, if that makes sense. That's good. Go here. Jeez. He might die. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kill this guy. Hopefully, I was hoping to get him out in one shot, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and keep moving her up. Now the pistol guys, I basically, obviously, I feel like this was probably the best choice for my doctors, is to have them with pistols, because, I don't know, just kind of made sense. But they don't do a whole lot of damage, obviously, so we'll just kind of have to see how that... the weapons that you find in the game are obviously, the pistols obviously kind of get the worst. Actually, I should say the brawlers get the worst, and then the pistols are about the second worst. Your assault weapons obviously get, and heavy weapons get the most. That's the other thing that sucks about these brawlers, is they don't have very good action points. Well, I think the thing that hurts Ralphie too is his intelligence when you first start out. His intelligence, I think, is something around like a 2, which gives him less action points and less level up points every time he levels up. He gets less points towards his skills. So. Alright, this guy, I think... Okay, I think they have 500 health, just to give you some idea, and that's kind of ridiculous. The most I've seen... So in the very beginning of the game, there's that art, this... trying to think of what I would... The game art that comes up, there's this big scorpion. That was the toughest fight of the game, and that's actually fairly early on, I thought. considering, but I had no idea that was coming up, and I was like, oh my god. That was a crazy moment, fighting that scorpion. It was a very, very tough battle. Definitely the toughest. I think it had like, oh man, I want to say it had like 5,000 or 6,000 health points. I mean, it was ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead and go here. Now it's always good to have a I'm gonna have to look this up. I just totally lost my train of thought here. Energy weapon. An energy weapon specialist, and it's for this reason. So see that sign on this guy? He takes energy damage the worst. That's like his weakness, if you will. Now, normal people don't take energy damage that bad. As you can see, most of my guys are only taking about 78. Now, if that was a regular weapon, I've seen it up to like well over 100 damage per turn and things like that. So. Apparently those guys explode. Not cool. Let me see if I can hit him from that angle. Anybody? No. Oh, that's kind of cool that TV was like following my guy. A little creepy, but... So once again, that attack of opportunity, as you can see, he was trying to move, and he of course moved away from me. I may have to send another guy. That's, like I said, the downfall of these. I should be able, well, I only have an 18% chance to hit. Next turn. I feel like this is kind of the annoying part of the game. Like, you're sitting here trying to chase people running away. It's incredibly annoying, in my opinion. Wow, he actually has a 32. I don't know what it is. I've said this in previous videos. There we go. You have to like enter from the side, because if you try to go from the front, it like immediately go like, I don't know what that is about. It's really weird. It like resets what you're trying to do. Oh wow, that actually hit. There are a few just minor, I don't know, I guess glitches. I don't know what else you would call them, but it's kind of... So this thing with the shotgun, and it only seems to affect the shotgun people, I've noticed. It's really weird. Where it like resets, it goes right back to your character when you're trying to like move your cursor to the actual enemy you're trying to fire at, and then it's really bizarre. And then the other little kind of glitch is that your brawlers, it'll automatically start out on the enemy, but it won't let you attack them. You have to like move your cursor back and move forward. So there's a lot of little minor glitches, if you will, but nothing too major. Although I don't know if they have any more. I don't think they have support still this game, to be honest with you. I don't think there's any future patches coming to console. So we'll just have to wait and see. A lot of human parts, a little gross. But these are synths. So normally with synths you'll find a lot of the human parts, and they're actually still worth money, so. I'm probably, you know what, I need to go ahead and switch. I had switched off because the 50 cal ammo is kind of rare. But I think I have enough now. So that one does 215 damage. This one only does up to 185. So this one will give me quite a bit, up to 250. I'm sorry, 250. So it's quite a bit of bump of damage. I'm going to keep with the 50 cal. Hopefully I can keep enough ammo for it. Plus with this guy's critical, it's basically one-shot kill anyway. So. Do you think? So I can either science it or safe crack it. I'm going to do safe cracking because it's a 94. Oh. All right. This place is pretty big. Well, I think I'm going to do actually like another part series. I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. It's getting kind of late. So I'll probably pick it up again in the morning. I appreciate y'all for watching. If this is if there's significant interest, I'll probably do a couple more playthroughs or gameplay parts of this game, if you will. So once again, like I said, thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful and entertaining.